Welcome back to Across the Association. I'm here with Austin, and today
So,
we're going to be talking about a few potential landing spots for LeBron. So, as everyone knows, LeBron is kind of at the tail end of his career. Um, and this offseason will be really interesting because there have been rumors about him maybe leaving the Lakers, maybe going back to Cleveland. But I think Austin and I think that there are a few more teams in the mix. So, Austin, where, I guess, do you think is the most likely spot for LeBron to go?
so, most likely, there's most likely. I'm gonna be honest. I think it might be staying with the Lakers. But that's dependent if he takes a hometown discount, which LeBron has never done in his career. So we can kind of start with the Lakers and just kind of go team by team. So I'll start with the Lakers only because, like I said, I mean, most of the guys like on the team, like for example, Austin Reeves, I just saw is like his longest tenured teammate ever in his career.
Really?
Yeah. Like, cause,
That
and
does
they've only
surprise
been
me.
together since 2021, which is like crazy. But that
Yeah.
is like five or six seasons ago. So that kind of makes sense. But I mean, I think the Lakers are realistic because I mean, LeBron's built multiple businesses in LA, and you have to think about it. It's kind of like what happened with Brady at the end of his career, why he went to Florida, because he was gonna move TB12 and No Bull headquarters to Florida. And he's just built so much in LA, and I know most of his kids are old now, so like moving a family around, that's not that big of a concern of his anymore. Um, but I think LA, I think it's realistic, but like it's like contingent on if he takes a pay cut, and I don't think he's going to do that. And also JJ Redick, I mean JJ Redick outside of Spoles has probably been his favorite coach he's ever had, just from the looks of it, and I
Yeah.
will say, I think LeBron is enjoying himself this season, which I
Yeah.
think I think he hasn't in a real I'm not saying he hasn't enjoyed playing basketball in a long time, but this season it feels like he's just kind of a basketball player. Because like I mean, if you look at what kind of his history with the Lakers, literally up until January of last year, there was no plan for the Lakers. I mean, they were fucked once LeBron retired. Kind of like at least with Kobe, they had a bunch of young players. Like they were all they had was Austin Reeves, and Luka kind of
Yeah.
changed everything. And I will say, the little off topic, I fully believe if the Lakers never traded for Luka, last year would have been LeBron's last season. I really believe that. And I still think this year could be his last season. But I also
Yeah.
think he wants the whole retirement tour thing. Um,
No, he needs a retirement tour. Like he is the type of player. I mean, I can't even say he's the type of player. Like he is just
yeah.
like one of he's just an icon of sports. He's an icon of pop culture. Like he's the type of person where if he is going to go out, like he needs a tour. Like from a fan perspective, he needs a tour. And for him as well. So that's the interesting thing about the Lakers actually. And you kind of brought it up with Austin Reeves being his longer tenured teammate. Like LeBron has actually been on the Lakers for quite a while now. Like he's been there. He's been there for 8 years now, or 7 or 8 years. So like he might be due for a changeup, and I think it's been very evident that LeBron doesn't stay in the same place for more than like 8 years. I actually don't know if he has. He said obviously he went to the Heat in 2010
Yeah.
after being drafted in 03. So this might actually like be one of his longest stints on a team ever. Will he
Wait, can
want
I
to
can
change
I
that
can
up? I'm
I
not
like
sure.
ask you something about LeBron's Lakers tenure, which I know like
Yeah.
is a little off topic for the video. Let's say they didn't win the championship in 2020. Because I feel like I don't want to say like they don't win without co the COVID gap, like the 2 month break in 2020. But if you kind of look at it, it kind of helped them a lot. But let's say they don't win the championship in 2020. Would you classify his Lakers tenure as a failure?
Uh, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, we could do like if, what, where, and we do all the
Yeah.
all the ifs. But like, matter of the fact is, he won a championship with them, and he like revived the Lakers basically. Like after
Yeah.
Kobe, even during Kobe's last few years, there wasn't much going on, and LeBron is LeBron has completed his his kind of he's fulfilled what he owed to the Lakers. I'll put it that way. Like
Mhm.
if LeBron goes to your team, you expect a championship. He brought him a championship. Great. And not only did he do that, but he made the Lakers relevant again, which is amazing for basketball and just amazing for global
I
sports,
mean, they
really.
sold for $10
Um,
billion dollars. That's in part of and due to LeBron and making the Lakers
the
relevant.
100% due to LeBron. Like wherever LeBron goes, that team will be. I mean, it's the same with like Messi. I know it's like a bit hard to compare because it's soccer and overseas and all that. But like wherever Messi goes, like you can go to Florida and now it's like a team on the
Yeah.
world stage. It's that same thing with LeBron. I mean, I'm sure if he went to China, it'd be the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's one of those players. But I guess I say all of that to bring the point home that he has fulfilled his role in the Lakers and he has done more than enough to cement his legacy as a great Laker. So that being said, there are a plethora of other places he can go. So let's just start off with the other obvious one, the Cavs. Like I think the Cavs is a pretty that is where I want to see him go. I would really
That's where
love to see him
everyone
on the
wants to see him
Cavs.
go. I mean, that's where I want to see him
Yeah.
go too. I mean, it's the most
I mean, it's
actually there's
just
one other place I think would be interesting, but like but yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
I mean, it's just a story like it's a a perfect ending to what's been arguably the greatest career in basketball and sports ever. So I think a lot of fans would like to see this. It
And
just
he would
makes
be
I
a
mean, we won't go.
seamless fit into that too. That he would be a seamless fit into that starting five as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean they don't really. I mean they don't really have. I think small forward might be their weakest position at the moment, and everything else is filled out. So LeBron comes into that lineup, and you have Dar or not Darius. He just got traded. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Harden, you have LeBron. First of all, that's crazy. That's a crazy lineup. And then you have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. That is arguably the best starting five in the league besides the Thunder. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know who else could beat that in terms of star power and quality and people that could gel together. But naturally, wherever LeBron goes might be a bit tough because he is just such a big
And the
player.
East isn't as
Um,
deep, so they could probably. I mean, if he goes to the Cavs next year, and if he plays like he is this year, which I know people are shitting on him because he's not like a triple double player anymore, but he's a
LeBron's
very
still
good
been playing
two.
great.
He's a very good two. I mean,
He's still an all-star.
if you take age out of it and say all the second best players on every team in the NBA, and there was a draft, LeBron would be a top three pick in my opinion. In
Mm.
terms of being the best second best player on every team.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I mean, we don't have to talk too much about the Cavs because
Yeah.
I think it's very obvious, but I think like it's worth mentioning because that's where most people, including me, want to see it. And I think that would be the most fun. I mean, just imagine LeBron goes back to Cleveland and then wins a champion. I mean, not saying it'll happen, but like finishing in Cleveland in general is great. Like go back to where it all started, go back to your hometown. Or I know he's from Akron, but home state.
Yeah.
And then if you win a championship, like you might be the GOAT. And I think that's something that has to go through your mind. Like the GOAT debate is never over. It's not over. It's never going to be over. So if you go back to Cleveland and then get a championship in your last year, like what more is there to say? You are the GOAT.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And I think with Cleveland, the path to the finals is easier because I mean, just off the top of my head, next year the only real threats would be Boston, Detroit, maybe Orlando if they got, a little something going. Um,
No, I don't see Orlando.
yeah, but like, I
Maybe if they
mean,
got LeBron,
yeah, that's
but
not
I don't think that's
happening.
happening.
Um,
Yeah.
and I don't think the Knicks at this point to me are like they have to prove it to me. Which we'll get to in a couple minutes about LeBron. But another team that I find really interesting about LeBron's thing, if you have anything left to say about Cleveland, is a team who faced off against Cleveland 4 years in a row for the NBA Finals, which is the very popular pick right now for where LeBron's going to go, and that's the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a
I don't really
weird
care
pick.
for it.
Yeah, it's
I really don't care for this pick. Like I think the Warriors are so banged up right now as it is. Like LeBron would be the only star player in that lineup at the moment. Like Jimmy Butler's out. I think Al
he'll
Horford
be
actually no
back
Al
next year though,
Horford's playing.
right?
Yeah, they'll all be back next year, but like this team is so old. Like I'm really just not trying to see the unction
Well,
and
well,
kind of just
well,
like
well. Can I make a point? So you
yeah.
got your four old guys: Curry, LeBron, Draymond, Butler. So that's your 1 through 4, and like a center, you're just gonna have to put Al Hortford or just kind of go off
That
your
would be like
vibes
one of the
there.
oldest lineups in NBA
Yeah, but
history.
hear me out
So
on
old.
this. If you can tell, if okay, three of those players can still be very good players. Draymond's Draymond. Like if you tell them, so there's 82 games. So if you say to each of them, hey, listen, all of you only have to play 60 games. And just you never have the four of them play at the same time. You just basically rotate every night, just someone else gets to sit out. Maybe Curry, you kind of leave him in for a little longer because he's Stephen Curry and he's still a top 10 player in the league. Um, but it's like I feel like that could work. And if they're able to get, a 3 or 4 seed in the West and go into the playoffs with all four of those guys well rested, I'm not saying it's a shot at winning a championship, but getting to the finals, if you have those four guys well rested next year going into the playoffs, it could be a bit of disruption in the West. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they win a championship. I still think they need another piece, but I think that's a talking point for sure.
I mean, it kind of is, I guess. But like, if you're LeBron, why why even just stay in California? Like it makes no sense. Like LA is a better city for him. It's where his
Yeah.
family is. Golden State, like I guess if you really like San Francisco, it's fun. But this team, I just don't see them doing literally anything. Like they're good. Like they're all going to be really injured at some point, and even that 60 game, like I think that's a good strategy. The one you just brought up, but Adam Silver would, lose
Yeah.
his mind and like steam coming out of his ears, level mad. So I just like I don't see it happening. And again, like I just don't see that team even being good enough to, I guess, one, stay healthy, which I've already said, but two, compete with any other team. Like I think every other team in the West right now would be better, except for maybe like I don't know the Lakers, because I would have to see what the Lakers do because LeBron is such a vital part of that team. But I just don't see them making any noise. And I'm like, if you're LeBron,
Yeah,
you can
the
stay in
Warriors
LA.
won't. The Warriors are going out in the play-in. Like I don't see them doing anything this year. But
Well, they're not even like they. I saw today they had to bring in someone to shoot free throws who was already he already had a broken wrist and they made him shoot free throws. So like that shows you how injured the Warriors are. And I know that doesn't last forever, but like these guys are getting up there now. Like these guys are up there in age. They're all like 35 plus. I'm not saying they're bad. Like they're still great, but I just don't see them doing enough to compete with like San Antonio or OKC or even like Denver. And then you go to the East. I don't see them competing with Boston or the Pistons. So I just don't see it happening. But I think another team that I could kind of see happening and would actually make sense is the Knicks. I like that a little bit. I think that's decent.
yeah, so kind of funny when I mentioned LeBron to the Knicks a couple months ago, it got a little poo-pooed in that video.
Yeah,
But here's
yeah,
the thing. I remember, LeBron when he left the Cavs, he wanted to go to the Knicks, but his wife and kids preferred LA over New York City, so he just went to LA, and they were both kind of similar situations at the time, kind of very young teams that needed guidance. Maybe the Lakers
yeah,
situation was a little better because like a trade for AD was all but guaranteed. I mean, he was very open about wanting to go to the Lakers. But going back to the thing, LeBron has always wanted to kind of be a Knick, it feels like in a way, because when he left in 2018 it was that summer, it was the Lakers or Knicks. The decision, I'm pretty sure it came down to the Knicks or the Heat. Um, and it's just I feel like in LeBron, like I mean, he always raves about Madison Square Garden and all that. And I mean, I feel like he like his heart of hearts, if he could like pick like literally like let's say every situation was the same and he had to pick a new team, I think it would be the Knicks. But I know not every
yeah,
situation is the same, and if he went to the Knicks, he would have to take a pay cut, which we know LeBron doesn't like to do. Because he never has done that. So like I'm not it's not it's and also I'm for go get all the money you can. You know, you only get so many years at this. Um
yeah.
but if like if he isn't taking a pay cut, the Knicks can't afford to sign him.
Yeah, that's true. And that's another point I kind of forgot to make with San Francisco is that if LeBron is leaving for another team, they have to be a really big market. Like he's not going to
Yeah.
like Denver or like Milwaukee. Like he's gonna have to go to New York or Cleveland. Like those are the only two options I like
I
truly
think
see.
Warriors are a big enough market and brand.
Yeah, true. That's actually a good point.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
they
sure they
are a big
got
enough
valued as
brand.
the most valuable NBA franchise. I could be wrong though. Um,
And the thing with the Knicks as well, and I guess kind of the same with the Warriors, but like with especially with the Knicks, it's like it's New York. It's like one of the capitals of the globe. Like it's just one of those places, and I don't see that for San Francisco or Cleveland. But Cleveland obviously will always be in the
yeah.
picture. And LeBron going to New York would just be like, I don't even know what to compare it to. Maybe like Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari, like just going to a team that
Yeah.
is kind of like I don't know. It's just you move to another massive franchise, and it's just global news. I mean, no
Kind
matter
of
what he
like
do, will be global news.
yeah,
But
kind of like I don't want to say Otani to the Dodgers because like the Angels were irrelevant. Um, but
nah,
yeah,
but it is one of those things.
yeah. Like but no, it's
I don't hate that comparison.
yeah, but like, and also like, I mean, I know, like, I will say, in terms of marketing, LeBron's worth every penny of that $50 million per year he's probably going to get because you make that
Yeah,
back in a week with him with all the jerseys. I mean, for example, like I saw something a couple weeks ago. The Lakers went and played in Brooklyn at the Nets. It was sold out. The Nets hadn't had a sold out game all season. And it's because they
yeah,
people want to see LeBron. Like Danny Parkins, an NBA guy, kind of radio guy, he was like, who lives in New York. He was like, yeah, I normally take my kids to one or two Knicks or to Nets games a year. I wanted to go to Nets Lakers so they could see LeBron play. Like
Yeah.
LeBron sells out, every arena he goes into. So, but it's just terms of like I said, there's just this isn't the MLB. There's a salary cap, and I feel like the Knicks and also the fit in the lineup. I mean, they'll find a spot for him. Um,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
I said,
it would
but
be interesting.
yeah, but also with the Knicks, that would be the situation where they tell LeBron, you're playing 30 minutes a night at most, and you're playing at most 65 games a year. Like that would be like one of the like in my opinion, like that would be the situation where he's like the most like kind of like they're like, listen, we need you in April, May, and June. They're like LeBron, you relax. You don't like even maybe they won't let him play more than 55 or 60 games. Um,
Yeah, but you can't tell LeBron to relax though. Like LeBron is gonna have to play. And
yeah,
again,
like
like to your point, he's gonna have to sell out. He's gonna be the one who's gonna sell out stadiums and
yeah,
do
and
all
I
that
and
stuff.
I fully think like for example, like a Saturday night versus Celtics, they're gonna play him in those games for the pure like TV
Yeah,
stuff. And Adam Silver won't let that happen. Um, but in terms of the games he's played, let's just try to look up how many games he's played this year. It's not coming up right now. Oh no, you're right here, 55 games. And I think
yeah,
there's I think 5 games left for the Lakers or
yeah,
less.
yeah. About that.
Yeah, so he'll
Yeah,
probably end up playing, let's just say 57, 58, which is still a lot.
that's good for for
Yeah.
like one of the oldest players
Yeah,
ever.
no, but
Maybe
honestly,
even
if
the
he
oldest.
literally has the same management as this year, because he's playing 33 minutes right now, so maybe they cut that down to 28, 30 minutes, but also it's like you can't pay LeBron for 28 minutes. You kind of have to, or maybe instead
Yeah,
of like, or maybe instead of like what he's got going on right now, like kind of like medium minutes and low points, you do like 40 or 50 games of like 35, 40 minutes and he'll get you like 30 points because he can still get you 30 points a game, just not every night. Um, like dude, he had a triple double like literally like I think 3 nights ago. Um, and we're recording this on April 2nd, by the way, guys. So if
yeah,
timing's a bit off, but yeah, no, so it's just like even like for example, the Rockets, like 2 weeks ago, he had 30 points on. And but he's just not the guy who's gonna get you 30 every night. But still, he averaging 20 a night in the NBA. That's a great
that's
player.
fine.
Yeah.
As a 40-year-old, that's completely fine. Like any team will take that.
Yeah, like
And then
average oh,
again, like yeah, and then kind of to your point again, like you're the player who's bringing in all the money, so that's just like that's fine. You take that. And 20 points is 20 points out of, if you average 120, good. That's like a 6 of your points. You'll take that.
yeah, no. And averaging 20 in the NBA, like averaging 20 a night in the NBA gets you a very long career and a very fat contract. Like Austin Reeves, like Austin Reeves is averaging, I think, like 22 points this year, and he's about to get paid like 40, 50 million a year. Like I know
Yeah,
him and
and he's
LeBron
not
are
LeBron.
complete different players, but yeah. So, like I said, I think I like I realistically, I think the Lakers are probably that's where he's going to end up, and I just think they make some moves. Maybe they have to trade Austin Reeves because I mean, they already got a guard in Luca. Maybe they
Yeah.
go out and they get I don't want to say a Giannis because I feel like at this point, like I'm going to stop speculating on Giannis. He's going to go where he's going to go, or he's just going to stay in
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
I was just thinking a second ago, like, I was kind of staring off into space, just trying to imagine LeBron in a Knicks uniform too, and just how insane that would look.
Oh yeah,
I mean, like just think about that. I'm thinking about
LeBron in
like
blue and
scrolling on my
orange.
phone. Yeah, exactly. Well, imagine going on your phone and then you're on Instagram and you see a Sports Center highlight and it's like LeBron dunking in a Knicks uniform. I mean, just that alone, I think kind of just shows how chaotic that move could be, and how much attention it would get. It would be good for a farewell tour. I don't know. I think like I guess to kind of like summarize my thoughts, no matter where LeBron goes, it's just going to be a spectacle and it's going to be craziness and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be good for the NBA. It'll probably be one of the best farewell tours ever, and it's going to be amazing for basketball and kind of just pop culture to have this moment where we could all kind of come together and agree like, yeah, this guy was one of the greatest players ever, and it'll be just a season of appreciation, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I will say just before we end this video, I do want you to just imagine something. It's Christmas morning, 12 o'clock Eastern time. You got Celtics at Knicks Christmas morning, Jason Tatum versus LeBron James at the
Yeah,
Garden.
that would be incredible. I would like that.
Yeah. Because I mean, I can already tell
It's
you
got a ring to it.
I can already tell you that's what the Christmas morning matchup would be. Either like it'd
Yeah,
either be
100%.
Cavs Knicks because Knicks always host on Christmas, so they can't go to Cleveland, or maybe even Heat at Knicks. But
Yeah.
I can guarantee you if LeBron goes to the Knicks, it's either going to be Celtics Knicks on Christmas or Celtics Knicks opening night, or maybe both.
Yeah, I would take both. I will take if it's LeBron's last year, I will take as much LeBron as they give us,
Yeah, and
hands down.
they're gonna shove it. They're gonna kind of shove LeBron at us for sure.
Yeah.
hmm Well, thank you guys for watching this video. If please feel free to comment down below where you think LeBron's gonna go. Before we end this, Finn, give me one final prediction for LeBron. I think he's staying with the Lakers. Where do you think he's going or staying?
I could see him go. I can't not see him going to the Cavs. I think he has to go back.
Okay, Lakers, Cavs. We're gonna see in a couple months. But yeah, thank you, Finn, for joining us for a cross association. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you guys next time.